29, last lesson natin. So, ayun. So, after April 29, baka nga may ipapagawa pa akong problem set aside sa inyong model po. So, tentative 7 ba, sir? Naka-reserve na tayo nun. Inclining natin. 7 po. Pakisabi na lang po sino yung mga prof ninyo doon. Pag ano kayo din, face-to-face kayo. No? So, May 7 po tayo mag-inclining experiment. Teka lang. Asan yung binuksan ko? Okay po. So, lesson 11, that's true mean draft. Page 67 sa module po. So, in our previous lesson, yung ating last sem pala yung ating trim. Wait, naririnig ba ako? Okay. Yung trim natin, yung kinukuha kasi natin na final drafts, hindi po siya sinasabing actual draft po because hindi natin kinoconsidered yung true mean draft. So ano ba yung true mean draft? So in this picture, yung true mean draft natin ay nasa FZ. Ito po yung FZ, the measurement from the water line to the keel. Then, ang measure point kasi natin dati is yung sa amide ship. Kung it's either negative side doon sa port and positive side doon sa aft. And then, yun nga po, since pag nag-incline yung ship natin longitudinally or nag-trim yung ship natin, meron po tayong tinatawag na center of flotation. So, sa center of flotation, dapat tayo magme-measure ng draft. So, ang mangyayari doon, yun po yung tinatawag na true mean draft. So, yun po yung mismong draft kung saan na-locate natin yung center of flotation. Kasi madalas na sinusolve natin the true mean draft is on the amide ship. Kasi nga po, kinoconsider natin pag hindi bigay yung center of flotation, nasa amide ship po yung ating true mean draft. So yun po, yung pagkakaiba ng true mean draft sa mean draft or yung sa average draft between the forward draft and the aft draft. So a ship's true mean draft is the measured at the center of flotation and may not be equal to the average of the drafts forward and aft. So again, magkaiba po ang average draft or mean draft kasi ang mean draft ay i-add mo lang ang forward sa aft then divided by 2. But the true mean draft is measured doon po sa ating center of flotation. Pero may formula naman po tayo paano kukunin ang true mean draft. Yun. It only does when LCF is at average amide shape. So pag sinabing ang center of flotation ay nasa amide shape, then we can consider that the average draft is equal to the true mean draft. So consider on the ship shown in the figure, which is floating on an even keel and whose center of rotation is on FY aft of amide shape. So there are situations that the true mean draft is on the side of aft kung saan naka-trim. Example po dito. Yung ating true mean draft ay nasa aft side kasi nandun yung trim or meaning nandun yung bigger na tawag doon draft. So mas malaki ang draft sa aft. Then there are also situation kung saan sa example dito. Yung ating trim ay nasa aft pa din, meaning mas malaki yung draft sa aft, pero yung ating true mean draft ay nasa forward. Yun po yung dalawang situation na yun. So magkaiba po yung solving nila. So to find the true mean draft, kailangan natin ng correction. So yun po yung FI, yung correction. Kasi po nagbe-base po tayo sa amide shape, yun po yung ating reference point. So to find the correction, you need to have the trim or the small t times the Fy over the length. Then, pag the same yung direction ng trim sa true mean draft, then you will add the correction sa average draft. Mamaya may example po ako para maintindihan po siya. So again, pag the same ang direction ng true mean draft sa trim, then you need to add the correction. So the correction has a formula, trim times Fy over the length. Mamaya din po malalaman natin ang measurement ng Fy. Pero pag ang ating center of flotation or yung true mean draft ay nasa forward, opposite po sa trim na nasa aft, then you need to subtract the correction para makuha ang true mean draft. Naintindihan po? Okay, let's have one example lang po dito. So that's the rule. When the center of flotation is in the same direction of the from amide shape as the maximum draft or kung saan nag-trim, kasi nga kung saan nag-trim, doon din yung maximum draft. Then the correction is to be added. Pero pag opposite ang direction ng center of flotation sa trim or sa maximum draft, then you need to subtract the correction. Okay, number 1, may solution na kasi dito. Then, na ship's minimum permissible freeboard is at the true mean draft of 8.5. The ship's length is 120 meters, the center of rotation being 3 meters aft of amide ships. TPC is 50 tons. The present drafts are 7.36 forward and 9 meters aft. Find how much cargo can be loaded. So, hindi naman tinanong dito ang true mean draft kasi bigay na po ang true mean draft. So, ang hinahanap lang dito is how much more cargo can be loaded so that the true mean draft will become 8.5 meters. But based on your observation, nasaan anong direction nakatrim yung barko natin? Based sa problem po, malalaman na po natin kung anong part o nakatrim yung barko natin. Kasi dito natin malalaman kung i-add natin ang correction or isa-subtract. Is it naka-trim aft or trim forward or trim at the bow or trim at the stern? nasagot. Saan po? Ulit na. Bukas po. Trim aft or trim forward? Nasa? Kikita nyo yan sa draft. Nasa trim. Ako ba lang dito nagsasalita?
Ay, wala pang official at
Trim off po.
Okay po. Hindi talaga ako magpupusid pag walang nasagot. Bahala na tayong alas 5 tayo aabutin dito. Okay, nasa trim off. Bakit nasabi niyong trim off? Kasi nga, mas malaki ang draft sa off. Ano po? Yung 9 meters. So yun. So the draft forward is 7.36. The draft off is 9 meters. Therefore, we can consider the trim is by the stern or by the aft. No, so ano na nga lang. Oh. Yun. To solve the correction, kailangan natin i-add ang correction sa average draft. So the T here is the trim, smaller trim. So the trim is just subtracted from the aft minus forward. So naging 1.64 times 3. Yung Fy natin is yung center of flotation. That is the measurement from the exact center of flotation to the amidships. So 3 meters over the total length. So therefore, you have a correction of 0.04. Draft forward is 7.36. Draft aft is 9. Then that's the sum, 16.36. Divided by 2, that's 8.80. So that is the average draft. So average draft is 8.18. So i-add mo lang yung correction. So i-add natin ha kasi nga, bakit nga natin i-add? Kasi the same direction, yung center of rotation sa trim, kung saan nagka-trim ang barko, so nasa stern. So 8.18 plus 0.04, that's 8.22. In-add natin. Then the load mean draft is 8.50, given po yun, or the true mean draft. Yun. So isa-subtract natin ang true mean draft sa load mean draft sa true mean draft. Then you'll get 0.28 meters. So in centimeter, that's 28 centimeter. Then the cargo to load, that's yung formula po natin dyan ay sinkage or rise equal to X over TPC. Cargo to load times TPC. So cargo to load is equal to the value of X, that's the change of draft from the load mean to the true mean draft. 0.28 or in centimeter, that's 28 centimeter times 50 tons per centimeter, the TPC given po yan. So that's the cargo to load, 1.4. So ang iisipin lang natin dito is the correction. Yung Fy is the center of flotation from the amidships po. Okay, what about the effect of hugging and sagging on the draft amidships? So kung isipin nyo, pag meron tayong hugging or sagging, yun po sa structural, pag nag-bending yung barko natin longitudinally, mag-iiba din yung ating average draft kasi po consider natin yung hugging and sagging or that's longitudinal bending. Pero I think na-discuss na sa inyo yung ano yung hugging and sagging, ano po. So yun, mag-iiba din po yung ating tawag nito, draft, average draft. So ito po yung example. Medyo ano po siya na example, mahaba-haba. So next time, sasagutan po natin to sa face-to-face para mas maintindihan yung effect ng hug and sag doon po sa ating load mean draft. So for now, we'll discuss the inclining experiment. So ito po yung ating gagawin po sa first week of May, sa May 7. So we need a shift for this one. The main purpose of this one, having the inclining experiment, is to know the initial conditions. What are these initial conditions? So we know the ship's lightweight, yung bigat po mismo ng barko natin na wala pong cargoes. The VCG or the kg or the light kg po at this lightweight. So plus the LCG for this lightweight measured from the amidships. Yun po yung ating reason bakit tayo nag-incline ng experiment. So usually the incline experiment is ginagawa po sa mga first built na mga barko. So yun po yung mga barko na wala pong reference na or kinopya. So mismong original po siya na ginawa. Since ginawa po siya originally, so meron din po siyang original lightweight. Meron din siyang original VCG and kg. Paano natin siya malalaman? Through our inclining experiment. So that's the reason why we're going to conduct inclining experiment. And then in actual guys, hindi ibig sabihin na kayo ay naval architecture na ay makakapag-inclining experiment po kayo. So may gagawin pong parang certification bago po kayo makapag-inclining experiment. So not all naval architects can perform this experiment. So may dinadaanan pa po na training. So ano din po siya, part din po siya ng if you're going to become mag-inclining experiment po soon. Kasi nga po ano po siya, very critical po ang trabaho ng mag-inclining experiment. Again, the purpose of inclining experiments is to know the lightweight, kg, and the VCG or the LCG. So the experiment is carried out by builders when the ship is as near to completion as possible. So that is as near to the light condition as possible. So the ship is forcibly inclined. So ini-incline po siya. Parang nag-experiment po tayo with different situations. So sinishift po natin ang weights as a fixed distance across the deck. So meaning may lalagyan nyo yung main deck ninyo ng center line. Kasi maglalagay din tayo ng distance doon. Yun po para makuha natin yung GG1. Kailangan natin distance from the center line to the port side or center line to the starboard side. Usually 2 or 3 plumb lines are used and each attached at the center line of the ship at a height about 10 meters above the bottom. So sa akin, 3 ang gagawin yung plumb lines. Doon po sa aft, sa midships and sa forward. Okay, so then one is placed forward and the other is placed aft. So if a third line is used, is usually placed amidships. So the results of those 3 per situation or per shifting is ina-average po siya. So for simplicity, in the following explanation, only one weight and one plumb line is considered. Yun po. Since may 3 po tayong may 3 po tayong plumb line, 3 po din yung reading natin sa forward, sa aft, and sa amidship. So, ang gagawin, i-average po natin yung sagot. Kasi nga po, there will be only one weight and one plumb line, or there will be one reading. So, before we conduct the inclining experiment, the following conditions are necessary to ensure that the kg obtained is accurate as possible. Mapansin nyo yung mga sinasolve natin na problem, lalo na doon sa ating final kg or sa ating mga GG1 is bigay na po ang kg sa ship. So, doon po natin malalaman ang kg sa ship through inclining experiment. Number 1, there should be no wind or little as this may influence the inclination of the ship. So, when you're conducting an inclining experiment, wala po dapat na hangin. Hindi po masyadong mahangin yung araw na yan. Kasi po mag-a-affect yung reading po kasi yung reading natin ay naka-protector parang protector po siya. So mag-a-affect po doon ang reading pag mahangin. The ship should be floating freely. This means that nothing outside the ship should prevent from listing freely. So hindi po naka-incline dapat ang ship natin. So stable po siya pagkagawa or meaning nun dapat yung ating average draft ay nasa amidships. So, dapat hindi nakatrim yung ship natin doon or hindi nakalist. So, pag nilagay natin yung barko natin, hindi po siya nakatagilid. Bawal po yan. Third, any loose weights with the ship should be removed or secured in place. So, if ever actual ship po natin to, if may laman po yung ating mga ballast tank, tinatanggal po yan. Kasi nga po, mag-a-affect yun sa ating FSE. Ano po? So, there must be no free surface effects within the ships. So, tatanggalin yung loose weights po sa mga tanks and sa mga ballast. Bilges should be dry, boilers and tanks should be completely full or empty. So, pag actual ship po yan, wala pong laman na gasolina or wala pong bunkers po. Wala pong mga laman po yung mga fuel oil tank doon. So, any persons not directly concerned with the experiment should be sent ashore. So, mga concerned personnel lang po ang nasa barko mismo nun. And then, nasa gitna lang po sila. Every time kakonduct po ng experiment. Nasa gitna lang po yung mga tao doon, nasa center line. The ship must be upright. The commencement of the experiment, yun po. And then a note of weights on and weights off to complete the ship with the VCG and LCG Ami ships. So natry namin to nung nag-OJT kami sa Gensan. Pero ano siya, ang mga weights namin ay barrel ba yun? Container po na malaki. Nung kinandak namin ang experiment ay fishing vessel po yun. Okay. So may mga calculations po tayo dito. So dito natin malalaman ang ating kg. Let's have an example. Kasi part po din ito ng solving ninyo. So when a mass of 25 tons is shifted 15 meters transversely across the deck of a ship of 8,000 tons displacement, it causes a deflection of 20 centimeter in a plumb line, 4 meters long. If the km is 7 meters, calculate the kg. Wala pala to. The formula pala to find the GM for any given inclining experiment is we need to insert the GG1 and the tan theta. So actually galing lang po sa tangent theta equal to GG1 over GM. Galing lang po yan doon sa ating list. Kasi naka-triangle lang po yan dito eh. So to find the GM, so we'll work on the formula W times D. So that's the weight times the distance from the center line over the mass displacement of the ship times the tangent theta. Yun po. So may yung tangent theta natin doon ay naka-average na po yan. So in this type of example, isang experiment po lang ang ginawa. Ang gagawin doon, 25 tons of cargo shifted 15 meters transversely. Yun. That caused the ship to have a deflection of 20 centimeter in plumb line. Papakita ko sa inyo yung ginawa dati ng 4th year ng kanilang plumb line. Baka may magawa pa kayong mas maganda doon or mas effective pa doon. Naka-protector po kasi yun. Nga plumb line. So to calculate the kg, since given natin yung km, kailangan natin, ang gawin natin is to find the gm. Again, galing lang po to sa formula ng tangent theta equals to gg1 times I over gm. Then gg1 here is w times d over the mass displacement. So w is 25 times 15 over 8,000 displacement. Then the tangent theta here is the measurement of the plumb line length over the deflection. Okay po, or baliktad pala, since tangent theta is equal. Wala akong dito. Wala akong pansula. So, bali, yung tangent theta is equal to 0.2 over 4. Pareho lang po dito sa pagkuha ng pitch. Ka lang. Tinamad kasi ako magsulat. Sana all. Do you still see my screen po?
Bakal mo.
Ayan. Dulo, baliktad pala yun. Okay po. So, if this is the plumb line, para po siyang, ano tawag dun? Ang ganun. Sa orasan. Orasan. Ano tawag dun? Ayun, parang pendulum po pala. Yun. So, ito po yung length ng plumb line. Pendulum, that's 4 meters long. 4 meters long po yan. And then yung kanyang deflection is 20 centimeter or that's 0.20 meters. So, tangent theta. Tangent theta is equal to opposite over the adjacent. 0.20. So, yan. 0.20 over 4 meters. So, tangent, transverse, inverse tangent. Parang ito din yung diniscuss ko kahapon. Yan. Kaya po, yung tangent theta is equal to, binaliktad kasi dahil ang tangent theta ay nasa baba. So, W times D over W. Kasi ito yung GG1, di ba? Yan yung GG1 formula times tangent theta. So, GM is equal to W times D over W times 4, ata po, 0.20 over 4. Yan. Gets po? So, the GM is 0.94. So, to find the kg, that's km, equal to 7 meters over gm na 0.94 meters. kg is 6.06 meters. Now, sa actual nating experiment, di ba wala tayong km sa barko ninyo? Paano nga natin makukuha ang km? Km is equal to b squared over 12d, or that's bm. Pag back shape po, teka lang, bm plus kb. kb equal to, b, 1/2 of d, 1/2 of the draft. Ayun, so yung barko natin is ship-shape man yun. So, gagamitin natin yung Morrish formula sa kb. And then yung bm natin is I over b plus the Morrish formula. Yun. So, actual experiment na po to kasi hindi natin makukuha ang kg pag walang km. Pero sa experiment natin, makukuha muna ang gm. So, di ba yung mga barko nyo ay dumaan sa ating hydrostatic? Tunay po ba? May hydrostatic po yan, hydrostatic table. Yung mga barko na gagamitin nyo. So, dapat lang kasi, di ba doon natin makukuha ang BM and KB sa hydrostatic ninyo? Alamin lang natin yung draft mismo sa actual na experiment. Then, ilolocate natin sa hydrostatic ano yung KB and BM para makuha natin ang KM. So, KM is equal to KB plus BM. So, these properties ay makukuha sa hydrostatic table. Hydrostatic at draft actual. So, ipapalutang natin yung barko natin. Kung ano yung draft doon, yun din yung titingnan natin sa hydrostatic. So, hydrostatic, KB and BM. We'll find the KM. Yun. Kaya pinagsusunod-sunod ko yung mga gawain natin from hydrostatic to Bunyan curves to KN curves. Kasi connected to lahat. Next example. So when a mass of 10 tons is shifted 12 meters transversely across the deck of a ship of GM.6, it causes a 0.25 meters deflection, 10 meters plumb line. Calculate the ship's displacement. Yun. Same formula naman po. Just laro yung formula. So, binaliktad lang yung mass displacement sa GM. Then the weight is 10 meters. The distance is 12 meters. Then again, galing ang tumbline natin is opposite over the adjacent. The opposite here is the deflection 0.25 over the 10-meter plumb line is the length of the plumb line. So the weight here is 8,000 tons. So in our experiment, first thing first is titimbangin po yung barko ninyo. So by kg po yun, by kilogram. Sorry. Wait, saan na nga yun? So first is, pagtapos na yung barko ninyo, titimbangin nyo siya, naka-kilogram po dapat yon. Mamaya na natin i-scale yon. Dapat, gagawa kayo ng ilang weights ba yun? 4 na weights. So the weights can either be regular shape or irregular shape as long as magkapareho po yung timbang ng 4 na weights. But yung 4 mismong weights is considered po yung measurement niya according to the light weight ninyo. Teka lang. Ano yung... So yung kung ano yung timbang ng barko ninyo na wala pong laman po yun po magiging lightweight. Nakalimutan ko yung formula sa ano. Then gagawa kayo ng 4 na weights. So again, depende po sa inyo kung ano yung laman ng weights na yun. Basta calculated po yung timbang ng weights. Sisend ko po sa GC po. Ang 5 is example, yung lightweight ng cargo ng barko nyo is 8 kilograms. 8 kilograms. So, tapos ang 5 ay scaled sa 500. Lima bang weights dito? What divided by 5? Ilang bang weights dito? Ang 5 ay scaled sa 500. So, bale, pag 1:100 yung scale natin, so the 8 kilogram, divide na natin sa 5, magiging 1.6 kilograms all weights. So, 1.6 kilogram po yung 4 na weights na to. 1.6 kilogram. Pag 1:100 yung scale natin. Then, yung 1.6, i-divide naman ng 4 para maging 4 na weights. Yun po. So, yung weights niya is 400 grams each. So, 400 grams each. Pag 8 kilogram po yung barko natin. With 1:100 po na scale. Yun po ang gagawin ninyo ha. Magbibigay ako ng example dito. So, ano na lang po natin, 1:1. Maliit po ata yung barko ninyo. Eh. Wala pa. Experiment. And then also, may gagawin din kayo sa inyong sa forward na hull, sa midship na hull, and then sa aft na hull. Lagyan niyo po ng drafts. Nalagyan niyo po siya ng drafts markings. Hindi naka-scale po yan. So, yun na lang po muna. Prepare 4 weights. Then, yung weights na yun ay bilang, ano ba yun? I-message mo na lang ako. Message mo na lang, Rod, kasi maingay na dito. Kung may question kayo, i-message na lang dito. So first is titimbangin niyo lang yung barcode ninyo. Then we'll select scale kasi hindi ko pa alam yung gaano kalaki pala yung barcode ninyo. Pag 1:100, mas mabilis lang natin makukuha yung mga scaled values niya. Then gagawin natin yung mismong customized na pendulum or yung markings babaan ng graph ay yung waterline. Yes po. Bali tatlong water drafts or yung waterline sa forward and sa midship. Para alam natin na yung ship natin ay stable or not stable. Lalagay nyo sa hull yun. So, the rest magsisend na lang ako sa GC kung paano namin ginawa yung pendulum. Po, may mga tanong pa ba doon? So again, ang measure natin sa experiment ay GM. So we need to get the kg, light kg. Kasi makukuha naman natin ang marks. Pag sa midships. Yes, pag sa midship dalawa din. Port and starboard. Then the rest of the instruction naman ay nasa module ninyo, nasa likod po. Yun po yung sasagutan ninyo. I-photocopy nyo na lang po yung nasa likod ng module. Ito po yung pinesend ko kanina. Kasi doon po kayo maglilista ng data. Mag-Excel pa kasi kayo nun after the experiment. May sasabit kayong Excel file. Ang sabi po daw dito, ang total weights of all the cargoes or all the weights is 1:500 of the light weight of the ship. Pero yung lightweight na yon ay naka scale. Like for example, 8 kilograms kanina, di ba? Divide natin to 500, naka-scale na po yun dapat. Ay, divide natin ng 500. 1.6 kilograms po lahat ng weights. So, bali, yung apat na weights na gagawin nyo ay 1.6 kilograms. Tapos, i-divide natin 400 grams each po. Yun. So, yun na po muna. So, ang gagawin nyo is yung pendulum, 3. Draft marks, 3 din. Then, itibang nyo yung barko ninyo. Kasi may barko na naman kayo, di ba? Then, gagawa kayo ng 4 na weights na equal yung i-check natin yun na kung tama yung mga ginagawa nyo. Magdala na ng weighing scale pala. Timbang. Ano po naman yun? After 2 weeks. Ay, after 4 weeks pa pala. Then may nagtatanong, sir, kung, di ba sabi ninyo, yung barko ninyo is walang cargo hold nasa main deck. So, prone yun na magka-capsize na yun pag nilagay natin yung weight sa taas. Kasi ang weights nasa taas na po yun. Di ba ang sabi ko, yung weights natin dapat nasa baba para lulutang yung barko natin. Sa taas po kasi yung kg natin doon ay tataas tapos babawas yung GM. Kaya po magka-capsize talaga yun. So next, ang ginawa nyo naman ay nilagyan nyo ng weight sa baba para mag-stable. Di ba ano yung sabi ng experiment? Wala pong loose weights po sa baba. So it's either bubuksan nyo yung main deck ninyo, gawan nyo ng platform. Kasi ang apat na weights ay isi-shift natin transversely. Okay po. So, bale kung i-modify nyo yung inyong model, pwede po siyang nabubuksan yung main deck. Tsaka na natin i-close pag pictorial na po. So, expected po ha, pag nang-incline experiment po tayo, wala na pong gagawa ng barko at saka wala na pong malilate. Kasi dati po, last time, nagtagal po sila. Kasi nga po, ginagawa pa po yung barko. Wala daw silang tulog. Dapat nagawa na yung barko ninyo. Last sem pa po yan. Ang gagawin nyo lang is, i-modify nyo na lang, papagandahin nyo lang yung barko ninyo.
May pagkain po.
Okay po, may tanong? Okay, wala na po. Hanggang doon lang naman po tayo. Last lesson natin ay combine, listen, trim on 29 na po. Yun lang last lesson natin. And then may ano po pala tayo ha, final exam. So yung data nyo sa inclining ay 50% lang po ng final exam. And then may final exam pa po tayo. Tsaka quiz number 2.
Meron pa nga sa baba mamaya.
Okay po. Magsisend po ako ng ng ginawa namin dati last sem sa incline. Okay po. So yun lang naman. So pag wala ng question, then you may leave. Okay na po. Thank you for listening and happy Holy Week. Happy Holy
Thank you
Week.
po.
Sabay talaga.
Thank you po, sir.
Enjoy your Holy Week, guys. Ay, hindi ako naka-screenshot. Mali sila.